Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off.
Set to kick this one away.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. The 25. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First down here for the offense. Defense not showing press coverage. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield. It's Etienne. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Handoff from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
At the 35-yard line. Brings up third down.
Dropping back, it's back. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Caught near the sideline, it's dealt. And how easy was that for this offense? Tight end just wide open on the outside.
And Reese, one thing, I know this defense is concerned with all the speed offensively they've got at the wideout position, but you can't forget about the tight end. There's no way that guy should be that wide open on the perimeter of the field.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
It's a reverse. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Here we go. Takes a handoff. It's Etienne. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State, 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense getting set for first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They believe in that running game. He got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Shakes off the tackler. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here we go. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's got it down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense there, lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking for a man. It's Howard. Makes his connection. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
From the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. First down to start the drive after the break. the gun. The running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Ready? Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Lasso! The give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's got it, and they convert. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Dtae. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to clear it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking for a man, it's Howard. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Judkins. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Quickly complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Ibuka. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from the defensive coach. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Here's the handoff. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Here we go. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That completion delivers a 1st down.
And a 1st down for the offense.
They'll leave it with him. Pulls his way forward. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Cobra! He's looking to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. The Dogs want to move quickly. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Got it. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Etienne. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about out the defender exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. No lace and blocks, so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Lasso! Ready. To the air. It's back. Fires to the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing to take the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And that'll do it. Here in the 2nd quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Twist his way through. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play it.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive. You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Plows through the defense.
And a great job seeing the motion coming across the formation, understanding the jet sweep's a possibility, pulling the trigger, going and getting the guy on the ground.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to sneak it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the defense.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team. If they're having this much success on the ground, it starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to take off. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Shakes off the defender. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes are on the move.
Clear! Clear! Cobra! Cut it! Cut it! Longer.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Acorn! Acorn!
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
On
The
set.
Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Pilot! Pilot! Set! Hut! Ready, ready!
Dropping back, it's Howard. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Georgia.
Got it!
One final play before the end of the quarter.
Moose!
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Ohio State, 14. Georgia, 7.
On the ready!
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Get set! Get set!
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own.
Ready, ready!
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in, it's Judkins. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The run from the shotgun. Ain knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Dogs will hustle to the line.
Griffin! Timber! Timber! Acorn!
Back to pass, it's Beck. He'll throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's 3rd down.
Ready, ready!
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive.
55 weak!
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Georgia, 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper.
Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But if you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Belly stunner.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
He's going for a big play downfield. Pulls it in on the left. All kinds of running room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's back. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
They're setting up the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
A field goal is not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go to the air. Let's it fly. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. This looks like the regular kickoff unit coming onto the field. And I would think with just a timeout left at this juncture, you got to send the hands guys out and try to get an onside kick. Coming out with it, it's Bauer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Judkins. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks. And they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.